Hey everybody, it's Ace again. I just wanted to talk about something really quick that's been kind of getting on my nerves this weekend. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. But every year around this time, a really stupid question is brought up. And I call it a stupid question because I feel that any intelligent person should know the answer to this. Which is, the question, first and foremost, is, do you think Dr. King's dream has been realized? And the answer is always no. It's not. Like, how can you even ask that question? In my opinion, it has not been realized because the dream was for the world's people to be able to live in peace, particularly Americans, to live amongst each other without racism and without just bringing everybody down all the time and holding people down for personal gain. And no, it doesn't happen. The question I'm speaking about in particular came up in I'm subscribed to Care2, which is like a social networking / activist website, and someone wrote an article about, is it still necessary for kids to whiten their resumes? For instance, there's a girl, I think her name was like Taria or something like that, and she basically just puts a T, like her initial, in her last name so that she can possibly still get callbacks for jobs, but it's stupid. Like, she shouldn't have to go to that length to hide her name so that she could even be considered for a position. Whereas, if her name was Taylor, or whatever you would consider a Caucasian name, she would probably have the position. Then again, I wonder, does this stuff even work? Like, if Shanika Williams changes her name to Sharon Williams, gets the interview, once she gets there, they're going to realize she's black, and she probably still won't be offered the position. So I think the fault lies with both sides of the issue. I think that you can say what you want to me, but I really think African Americans need to stop naming their kids ridiculous shit. Call me crazy, call me racist, whatever. I think it's stupid. I know a kid that was born about 6-7 years ago whose name is, and I quote, this is her first name, Bonquisha La 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 Niece. That's her first name. Really? Do you expect this kid to ever be able to get anywhere in life with a name like that? Do you expect any employer or any academic institution to take this kid seriously? Setting him up for failure. And then on the other hand, it's like, okay, people, we're all aware that Caucasians are predominantly in hiring positions. Great. How about we hire people on their merit and their skills and their past experiences and their past, traits or skills, instead of looking at someone's name and being like, oh, well, that's a pretty black sounding name, so I'm pretty sure they're not going to be reliable. It's ridiculous. I have been the victim of the double whammy. My last name is Ramirez. I don't really care who knows that. It's Ramirez. Everyone thinks, when they see my resume, they're like, oh, great, I'm Mexican. And I'm pretty sure they'll work for nothing. And then they see me, they're like, oh, no, they're black. And no, they won't work at all. But I could probably still pay them pennies. And I think it's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous for people to assume these things about a person. Like, okay, yeah, I'm half Mexican. That doesn't mean that I'm worth less than any other working American. And then, they meet me in person and they're like, oh, well, you're actually black. Which doesn't mean I'm going to work less hard than any other American. Like, that's just ridiculous. And I just think it needed to be put out there that, everyone is at fault for perpetuating these stereotypes. and for allowing them to be taken at face value, or to be taken at any value at all. Like, people are people, and I think that if we lived in a meritocracy instead of whatever this is that you call it, that we'd be a lot better off. We wouldn't have these issues, and maybe one day we can answer yes, that maybe his dream can be realized through people taking people as people.